Hello everyone, welcome back to FatBread. Today we will be learning how to cook Bittergourd Salad, which my mom taught me. She told me she learned it from a Peranakan old woman who taught her how to cook this delicious salad. So here we have Bittergourd. We have some very nice small and round cherry tomatoes. There are also lime. And then we have some chilies. And there's salt to rub away all the bitterness in the Bittergourd after you're done cutting it, and sugar to add to your taste preference. It's not a fixed amount. Okay, first we'll be chopping the Bittergourd. First, chop it half. After you chop it half, you will want to halve that half into quarters, so it becomes like this. Okay. Okay. And you do the same for the other piece of Bittergourd. My mom taught me this recipe a few days ago after she went to a class of some of her friends. She said this salad tasted really delicious, so I decided to try it for myself. Okay, now comes the part I personally find my favorite. You want to scoop out all the seeds inside. Scoop out the pods, the pinkish parts. You want to scoop that all out. Make sure there's no remainder left behind. You do a clean, try to do a clean scoop like this. Okay. Yeah, make sure there's nothing left behind. Like this part is usually the hardest. You go around it and scoop everything out. Next, you will want to scoop the same for the rest of the other pieces. So I finished scooping out all these the seeds inside. Now we will be cutting the Bittergourds. Make sure you slice them really thinly, and also be careful because when you're slicing them really thinly, be careful for your fingers. Make sure you do not chop them. It's going to be very painful. And for those of you, those who are kids that are watching this, you might want to ask your parents to assist you with this step. So thinly slice the Bittergourd, and you should do this for every other piece. Make sure you slice it really thinly. If not, it will taste really bad, and it's very hard to eat. Very bitter and thick Bittergourd. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, you should do this step for every other piece. So we have just finished cutting the Bittergourd, and now we will be applying some salt to remove all the bitterness. Take the salt, put generously. Put like 1 or 2 spoonfuls of salt and massage the Bittergourd. Make sure to rub every inch of it. This is like a relaxation therapy for me. This feels so, every time I do this, it feels so nice because of the grainy bits of the salt and the wet Bittergourd. So yeah, this feels very relaxing for me. I like to do this. Now we are going on to our onion. Okay, so first what you want to do is cut your onion in half it, and make sure to peel your onions. You don't want the onion skin on your onions when you're trying to when you're eating them, as you're eating them raw. Ensure to wash them after you are done peeling them. The sand on the onions will get really, see all these black lines, they might cause you food poisoning if you don't wash them well. So okay, let's peel the onions. So just now my onions had a little bit of the black stuff on them. I washed them off and now they are all cleaner. I finished peeling them. Now what you want to do is the same what we did for the Bittergourd. Make sure you thinly slice them. So your salad will look beautiful, and the onion taste will not be so overpowering when you take one bite of your salad. So when you thinly slice, again, if you remember to engage a guardian or parent to help you with your cutting, and make sure do not cut your hands when you're trying to slice this. Ensure your fingers and the onions have a safe distance apart. Okay, so I just finished cutting the onions, and they are a little bit, and they made me tear out just now, and I still feel like tearing out a bit now. And so now we will move on to tomatoes. Remember, today has no cooking. It's a cold salad. So when you chop the tomatoes, you put your fingers around like a pincer at the claw machine, and then insert your knife through. Make sure your knife is sharpened. It's better to work with a sharper blade than a dull blade, because a dull blade could cut you. Okay, I've just done my tomatoes. So now we'll be doing a short recap on what I currently have. So here is my tomatoes I just cut. The bittergourd, we have removed the seeds from the inside and salted it, washed it. The onions, we have chopped them up nicely. And now we'll be moving on to the calamansi. So how you want to hold it is exactly how you did the tomatoes. Put it in between both hands and chop it. Make sure because the skin is quite tough, it might be quite hard. So ensure that your knife doesn't slip off, and it's extremely crucial for this step to have a very sharp knife. So we have just chopped all our limes, as you can see. So now what you want to do is take a strainer so none of the seeds enter. Put it over a bowl and squeeze the lime. I really like the smell of the lime, so ensure you squeeze out all the juice. Don't waste it. And then move the lime here, and you keep doing this. So I really like this part of the cooking, because not really cooking, preparing, because this salad dressing tastes really good when the lime is added, and the juice when without the seeds, the juice smells really good with the chilies later and the sugar we are going to add. So now we are just going to drain all this lime. So as you can see, I've just mixed the first part of the dressing. Now we'll be moving on to the chili. So there's two ways to cook it. I'll be showing you the first way, which is just to take out all the seeds. The second way is easier. Just chop the two ends and just chop the chili like that. Okay, so I'll be showing you how to remove all the seeds. First, you cut the top, you cut the tail, and make sure you cut the middle too, okay? So, cut it into half first, and then you cut the middle. Hold it firm, make sure it does not slide in your hands. Oops. Make sure it does not slide in your hands so that you can cut it easily and not cut your fingers. Okay, I'll do this portion first. I'll do this half to show you guys how do you remove all the seeds. Okay, so here I've got quite a bit of seeds. Okay, so what you want to do is you take the tip of the knife and you just try to dig in under the skin to this core. Okay, and then you try to take it out, like push it out, yeah, like this. You can see the core coming out like this, yeah. And so you just remove the entire core. You can do this for the other half too. Well, after you remove this part of the core, you will want to. There will still be some remaining seeds inside. If you're okay with a little bit of seeds in your chili, but the seeds will make it spicier. So if you're okay with a bit more spicy salad, you can keep the seeds. However, if you're not, just make sure to scrape out all the seeds that's inside. Okay, so I am done cutting the chilies. So what you want to do for the chilies is you want to put like a couple of them together, like what we said just now. Hold them together and thinly chop the pieces. Make sure it's really thin, or else it will not taste good in your salad. As you can see, I'm really drooling at the top of the salad. I'm pretty sure the salad will taste nice. I think this is one of the best salads, bittergourd salads I've made yet. So yeah. And after you cut all the chilies into thin slices, I'm gonna add a bit of seeds that are left on the cutting board, so that because I like my salad a bit spicy but not too much. So I'm gonna add everything into this bowl. Okay, I'm gonna add everything into this bowl. Ensure when you put everything into the bowl, if you really don't want the seeds, take it out, because the seeds can be really spicy. And after you chop the chili, even when you are removing the seeds, do not rub your eyes. I made this mistake when I was younger. And it caused me a lot of pain. and I regretted touching my eyes after cutting the chili. So do not be like me. Even though you have the urge, especially right after the onions, cutting the chili, you should not resort to rubbing your eyes. It's one of the most painful things. Honestly, I'll rate it really high on the painful chart. So I just making sure that all my chilies are finely sliced before I put them in. Okay, I'm gonna move everything into this, and make sure you do not cut your hand when you're gathering the chilies together. Okay, now we're gonna reach the easiest and most fun part, because it's the last part and the most exciting. You're gonna mix everything together. So, oops, we have a little bit of chili sauce here. Okay, now bring out all your items. I'm gonna use the Bittergourd bowl as my mixing bowl. First, I will add the onions. You can do it in any order you like, but I like it in this order. I don't know why. I don't think it changes the taste. And then you add the chilies. Then you add the tomatoes. Okay. Ooh. And you top it off with a bit of salad, your own homemade salad dressing. The lime. You take a big wooden spoon and you stir everything up. Make sure you mix well and you don't leave any bittergourd or tomato, onion or chili without the salad dressing. Make sure it's coming all in order, and make sure it's evenly spread. Each of the ingredients are evenly spread. Ooh, can you smell it? Only if YouTube can like transport the smell that's currently happening in my kitchen. Even though we're not cooking anything, just the action of stirring it gives it so much smell. Okay, looks like we are done. This is the Bittergourd salad. I'm gonna take a spoonful. It's really good.